Hey guys, BrinkerCooks again. What's he cooking? Tonight, you know what? I should really quit talking about myself in the third person. What am I cooking? Shrimp etouffee. What do you start with? You're gonna have to have shrimp, but they're the very last thing. We start with a roux, a blonde roux, maybe light beige, but that would be at the most. So I'm gonna turn you guys around. You can see me start the roux. Hang on 1 second. So we've melted 1 stick of butter in the cast iron skillet on low. We're gonna add an equal amount of flour. I couldn't tell you what the measurement is. It's about 2/3 of that scoop. At least that's what looks right to me. So we're gonna work this together. We're gonna get it good and incorporated. And then we're gonna let it cook. So I'm gonna stop talking, let you guys watch for a minute. All right, pay attention. You see we've got the lumps worked out? We're just gonna slowly cook that on a low heat until we've got a nice color. So I'll be right back and we'll show you what kind of progress we're making, okay? Hang on. So a word about our roux. We are not looking for a dark roux. We're not making a gumbo. We don't need that nutty flavor that we get. All we're looking for is a nice smooth base for our sauce. Almost like you'd start a bechamel sauce. Huge French influence in South Louisiana, which would explain why they do things this way. So I'm gonna turn the camera. You're gonna look at the roux, see what we've got. You're gonna watch me add 2 cups of chicken stock. Hold on. So I've been at a really low temp with that flour and butter. Now I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. I'm gonna bring that to a simmer. And when I have that to a simmer, I'll show you what's next, okay? So our roux is thickened up with the chicken base in it, kind of like a thin pudding. I'm gonna turn you around so you can see. Coats the spoon, see that? But isn't really thick. So what are we going to do now? We are going to add our vegetables. What's in our vegetables? Hang on, let's take a look. So we've got celery, we've got green pepper, and that's it. We're going to stir that together. We want to cook those guys in. How much of each? Couple of stalks of celery and 1 green pepper, fairly fine dice. Then we're going to turn this again. I'm back. We're going to add 8 ounces of tomato sauce. We'll stir that together. Going to bring that to a simmer, then we're going to add our seasoning. Our roux, our tomato sauce, and our vegetables are just at a low simmer. I'm going to show you that. Then I'm going to show you what we're adding next, okay? Here we go. Low simmer, see the bubbles? Come with me, you don't need to see my ugly face. There we have a little Worcestershire. We're going to put a dash of that in. There's our seasoning. What's in there? We have a couple tablespoons, I call it 8 tablespoons of granulated garlic, 2 tablespoons of Creole seasoning, 1/4 cup of minced green onion, dried, 1/4 cup of parsley flakes. Well, that's it. And back we go. Now we're going to throw the seasoning. I'll throw it in. We're going to put it in the pan. Hang on. We're going to stir that in. Let's take our heat down to low. I'm going to stir that in. I'm going to let that simmer for a little while, because that's all of our flavor. Forgot my Worcestershire. Just a splash of that, not much. And there we go. Let's let that simmer for a little bit. Okay, so if y'all need to add a little bit of water to it, if it starts to thicken up a little bit, please do. I just did. Just add a little bit like that. Just keep working it in. We don't want this too thick. We want it nice and, how would I describe how we want it? You know, we don't want it so thick that it could be picked up with a fork. We want it thin enough that it adheres to the shrimp and is a nice sauce for the rice. Boy, I'm having a tough time coming up with an analogy on how thick we'd want that. Let's turn this over. See how it kind of runs off of there but sticks to the spoon? Like that. We're going to simmer this until those vegetables get tender, and then we're going to add some shrimp. Our vegetables are tender. It's simmering along nicely. Now we're going to add some shrimp. All right, I'm going to go off camera and let you guys watch. There's our shrimp, some nice tiger shrimp. You can use anything you want. These happen to be what we're in. This is what we had in the freezer, so that's what we're using. Peeled and deveined. Gonna put them in there, and gonna put sauce over them. Gonna cook them until they just turn pink. You don't ever want to overcook shrimp. Yes, you want them cooked through, but when those things are pink, when they're all pink, stop cooking, serve it up. Okay, it looks like it's done. So come along with me while I plate it up. I'm gonna turn you guys so you can see what's going on instead of staring at me. Here we go. What is that? It's rice, of course. So just a Instapot that we use mostly for rice. We're gonna serve up 1 scoop of rice in that bowl. You can look at me again. Hello. So we're back over here. Uh-oh, left my spoon over here. I'm back. Here we go. It's all done. Put a couple of big old shrimps on there. For Bride, we'll serve hers first. Let's go with 5 of them. Always serve an odd number. At least that's what I've been told. So, me again. Here it is. Etouffee. Shrimp etouffee. Hey, you guys have fun. I'm going to eat. Enjoy your Sunday evening or whenever you watch this. Please subscribe if you don't mind. I'll keep cooking. I got nothing else to do. See ya.